Rest in peace, George Michael. And now that halftime's over, but everything they want is everything they see. Is Dr. Dre not good enough? They even had Eminem on his knees. Da 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 do 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 da 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 do 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 da 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 da. Somebody tell me, won't you tell me, what the freak is wrong with you? Oh, you're making money. Somebody tell me, won't you tell me why you do the things that you do? Claim him. I don't give a damn. This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And what's got me so crazy right now is I saw this article that just like it brings it home that it will never be enough when you bow to the SJW types out there. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. All right. So what am I talking about? You got this article here on foxnews.com, right? And they're talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. Did anybody see that Super Bowl halftime show? I had to watch it like later on because my family messed me up. They decided that was the time they needed me to do all types of crazy shit. But anyway, I ended up seeing it. Rocked it. It was great. But if you saw it and you're of a certain age, I would say if you're in that Generation X millennial crowd and everything, you probably had a great time listening to the old hip hop from, back in the day, Dr. Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent, Eminem, Mary J. Lewis, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar, right? But you would think with all of that melanin on stage, you would think that the critics of the NFL would be happy. I mean, they threw a big party. Everybody danced. Everybody jammed. Everybody had fun together. All together. And that is the point, right? All of us together having fun. That's what the Super Bowl is all about. But no. SJWs will never be satisfied ever. All right, so let's see what this says here. I want to share this with you guys because this is utterly ridiculous, okay? It says here, CNN guest claims the Super Bowl halftime show is a bad day for the BLM, my friends. And it says here, Monday's episode of CNN's New Day featured a segment that discussed the Super Bowl halftime show and what it could mean for the Black Lives Matter movement. Why the hell does it have to mean anything for the Black Lives Movement? What does it have to do with the Black Lives Matter movement? It was a football game. People had fun, and there was a lot of smiling faces and cheers and dancing. Wait, who cares about the Black Lives Matter movement, right? Everybody's having fun at this particular time. There's no black man being killed, right? Nobody saw a black man laying out on the floor getting his ass beat by cops at the time, right? So why is anybody caring what Black Lives Matter has to say in this particular moment? It's not really relevant, but let's go on and bite on this particular bait. One guest claimed it was a bad day. During the hip-hop centered show, Eminem closed his part by kneeling on the stage in reference to NFL player Colin Kaepernick's protest. The performance was widely praised, but CNN cultural columnist and guest Christopher John Farley criticized the act, noting there was no mention of Kaepernick during that night. You have to say his name. I guess in order for it to be legitimate, you just have to say it. If you ain't running game, say his name. You want them to say Kaepernick. There's one thing people are really talking about, but no one mentions him by name. All the tributes had to do with trailblazers, people fighting against the power, like Mary singing Lift Every Voice and Sang, and having black country star Mikey or Mickey Guyton singing the national anthem and having Billie Jean King do the coin flip. Yet nobody actually mentioned the guy who helped inspire protests at the NFL level, and that was Colin Kaepernick, Farley said. Are you kidding me? So he's mad because even though you saw all of this blackness, even though you saw all of this, like differences in culture and all that stuff, he's mad because you didn't say that man's name. Is this about Colin Kaepernick, or is this about change? Is this about, seeing the change that you want to be? I don't think that the sum total, and this is the reason why I did this video a long time ago. It's not about Colin Kaepernick. Anybody who's behind a movement knows it's about the cause more than it's about the man or the woman who's in the forefront. But this man wants us all to bow down to Colin Kaepernick. Otherwise, it's not legitimate to him. Fellow guest and journalist Mara Shayavocampo added that the Super Bowl was actually a bad day because there was no meaningful change. Are you kidding me? So even though you have Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, all of these people dancing around on stage, all of the people playing instruments, all of the players on the field, all of the people out in the stands, they're saying that the perfect punchline to all of this, there was no meaningful change. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. These types will never be satisfied. You have all of these millionaires running around in tights, throwing footballs, patting each other on the ass, getting richer and richer, but there's no meaningful change. Like I said before, what do you want to see? I don't understand. Like, what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for a black man to be chased by the cops on the football field and nothing happens to him, and you say that's a welcome change? He didn't get killed in front of all of these millions of people. That's what we want to see. No, he wants us all to sing songs to Colin Kaepernick. While it's important to recognize and acknowledge that it was a good night for hip-hop, it's also important to recognize it was a bad day for the movement because the NFL was able to successfully use black performers to distract black audiences from the issues that are important to them without making any meaningful change whatsoever. A little bit like putting a Band-Aid on a tumor. Yo, Mara Shayacampo, you're a fucking asshole. I hate that. I hate that analogy. You know how many people out here who are suffering from cancer, who have lost people to cancer, but because you want to be a fucking idiot, you say it's like putting a Band-Aid on a tumor. Yo, fuck you, bitch, man. I'm sorry, but I hate that she said that. I absolutely hate it. Okay? It's wrong. It's wrong. And it just goes to show you how, like, tone deaf and how unaware, not self-aware these people are, like I was talking about before. It's all about them. They're the only ones who can be victims, even people who are terminally ill. So you can say some shit like that out of your mouth and actually think that you're justified because, oh, I'm a person of color. I'm a POC, more like a POS, like I've always said before. Damn it. You see, these people are an embarrassment. Numerous media figures and pundits criticized this take on the performance, including New York Times journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones. Okay, I just criticized her, actually. Do folks really think black people are so unsophisticated as to not be able to enjoy seeing some of our favorite performers while also realizing the league still has major racial issues? I don't know a single person who watched the show and thought absolution, Hannah-Jones tweeted. Okay, so I just burned Nicole Hannah-Jones a few videos ago, but she actually makes a point here. You see, that's the reason why, guys. It's never a case of black and white. You know what I mean? There's always these gray areas. Just because you can be an asshole 1 minute doesn't mean that I can't agree with you on another, or I can't be for that matter. But anyway, this is the point, guys. All right? Sometimes you just have to do, as a matter of fact, all the time, you just have to do what you do. Don't worry about these maniacs on the sidelines who are yelling and trying to look out for their own self-interest, because the last time I checked, these Black Lives Matter people were buying numerous mansions, moving out of the country, rolling around in money, swimming in it, and they think that they can still, like, call the shots. from the sidelines about what the rest of us shouldn't be enjoying and what's a bad day. They've had numerous good days from what I can see because they're taking the money and running. And this is probably even more of a power play. NFL, listen, grow some balls, not just the ones you throw around on the field, but grow some balls and stand up for what your organization is all about, which is entertaining the masses, okay? Because I'm one big black man right here who's gonna tell you, all right, none of us give a shit about what these people are saying. Black Lives Matter doesn't talk for me or anybody of any real substance and credibility. Okay, people like to come together. People like to have fun. People like to forget all of the bullshit that's going on out here. All right, and that's what the halftime show helped us to be able to do. I'm not saying that everybody had to love it. I'm sure there are some people who was like, what the hell, who didn't like it. But all I'm saying is these people here, these Black Lives Matter people, or these people, these SJWs, talking about it was a bad day. It was a bad day for BLM. It was a bad day for black people. Get the fuck out of here. I think not. All right, guys. So I just wanted to poke some fun at this, okay? Because that was utterly ridiculous. When I saw that, I was like, boom. That has to be the punchline. That makes no sense to me. But as always, you're welcome to sound off in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it. And like, share, subscribe, catch me on Twitter, Odyssey, Rumble, all those other places. Don't forget to check me out on the Dark Council. If you're watching this on Wednesday night, February 16th, I will be hosting it. I'll be hosting the Dark Council. I'll be in charge. I'll be the one with my hand on the button. It'll be me with my brothers, Drunk 3PO, Demajanai, Lord Callus, Fatal J, the one, the only Abu Nas, and of course our beautiful producer Lorena Creole. So stop by and say hello to us, 8:30 Eastern on my channel. Thank you for listening, guys. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. My God! I don't even think that I love you.